Layton City 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Hey, it's Bobrowski. My baby stopped breathing.
Ambulance 533 Battalion 51 Medication 51, respond for full arrest information. This is one of our sergeant's residences. He is advising the baby has stopped breathing.
I'm Clint Bobrowski. I am a sergeant with the Layton City Police Department. The morning of the incident, my daughter had been sick for a day or two with a fever. Once I recognized that she wasn't breathing anymore, I checked for a pulse in her neck and I checked for a pulse in her leg. And as soon as I couldn't feel that, the panic and the fear that set into me was something that I had never experienced, even in over 10 years as a police officer. In that moment, I was no longer a police officer. I was a dad trying to get his daughter to breathe again.
Come on, baby, breathe. Come on, baby. I'm doing CPR right now. Come on, baby, breathe.
As the phone answered and the dispatcher picked up, I recognized the voice on the other end of the phone. It's a dispatcher that I'd worked with for over 10 years, someone that I knew very well. And in my moment of sheer panic and pleading and begging for my daughter to breathe as I was doing CPR, to hear her voice on the other end of the phone was something that, even as I look back today, was incredibly comforting, and it's something that helped me through that event. As the phone call continued and I was giving her information as she was asking me questions, hearing her voice and her demeanor was able to calm me down enough, because initially I really wasn't hearing what she was asking me because I was panicking so much. And I remember she used a nickname that I go by at the department, and the way she was talking to me really calmed me down. And even though I've done CPR a dozen plus times, even sometimes on a baby, the thought of giving a breath hadn't clicked in my head until the dispatcher on the line said, "We've got to give her a breath."
Okay, can you feel or hear any breathing?
Nope, not yet. She's got a fever.
Okay, you need to do mouth to mouth. Pinch your nose closed, completely cover her mouth with your mouth.
Okay.
Blow 2 regular breaths into the lungs, about 1 second each.
I got her back.
Okay, is she breathing now?
Oh, yeah. You're okay, honey. I got you.
Is that her?
Yeah, I got her back a little bit.
And it was like a light bulb went off, and as soon as I gave my daughter that breath, the reset button happened, and her eyes opened and she took a shallow breath and she started to breathe, and the emotion that came over me was incredibly intense. And I remember hearing the dispatcher, "Is that her? Is that her?" And I realized, later as I look back on this incident, as intense as it was for me in that moment, it was just as intense for her. She was in that room with me.
In there with you, Clint?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Hi.
During dispatch week, having been through an incident like that, I really wanted to take a moment, and I wanted to thank my dispatchers at the Layton City Police Department, and I want to thank every dispatcher out there for everything that you guys do for us. It truly is a team, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Your work is appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for all that you do for us.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping us safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything that you do for us.
Thank you.
Hey, dispatch, just want to say thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Your professional work is vital in helping people get through crisis every day, and we as officers depend on you to help keep us safe. So on behalf of the whole police department, thank you for all you do.
Layton City 911, what's the address of the emergency?